Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So we got a video for all the Dave Ramsey fans out there. Jubilee has been just crushing it lately with his finance content, but they decided to post this. Who has the most debt? Wait for it. Assumptions versus actual. So let's see how we could do in ranking people based on their debt. It's kind of weird because I believe maybe the debt includes like a mortgage, or maybe they were like running this multi-million-dollar conglomerate and they just, leveraging some cheap money. Or maybe they just made terrible financial decisions. We're gonna find all of that out and more right after you subscribe, right after you hit the like button. Thanks so much, and now let's begin.
If you had to rank yourself against others based on a specific trait, what would it say about how you see them and how they see you? To find out, we brought together 5 strangers and had them rank themselves based on their perceived debt.
Why does this seem so familiar? Dominic seems familiar. I don't know where he was before, but he was on there. Here we go. Strangers rank themselves richest to poorest. There's Dominic. Dominic's in there. He did decent, and he actually reached out to me on Instagram. Very nice guy. I'm sure we'll meet Dominic at some point, but anyway, there we go. That's where he's from.
My name's Dominic, and I'm 29 years old, and I'm a content creator.
Sounded like you had to think about that. My name is Dominic, and I'm 20, carry the 4, move the 2 around, 29 years old.
My name is Eric, and I'm in nursing school.
I'm Della. I'm gonna graduate school in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Congrats.
Hi everyone, my name is Otavia. I'm a digital creator / social media manager / whatever I feel like doing, honestly.
I'm Lola, and I work in mental health care.
All right, we can't really tell right from the get-go. My inclination is Dominic, because I think Dominic was buying some real estate the last time. I think I remember Dominic was like 400 grand in debt, but that's not to say that one of these other people might be more. So my ranking is probably Dominic is probably the worst in debt. Let's see.
Pretty much, I found myself in debt. I'm in nursing school. I kind of just had to get student loans.
Yeah, how do you pay for that? What's your choice? Either just like get in debt or don't go? Man, I think the trades need way more love. It doesn't make sense to me how schooling could sometimes be $50,000 or $60,000 to get a job that pays $50,000 or $60,000. Like, what's the point of that? Meanwhile, though, you see plumbers making $80,000 to $120,000 a year right out of school in a popular city. I don't get it. I never understood why the trades aren't appreciated more. Plumbing, electrical, just good old-fashioned work that everyone needs done. I guarantee in a recession, people need plumbers just as much as when the times are good. Those trades, a lot of them are, recession-proof for the most part. I think more people need to take advantage of those.
I just got my first car, personal loan and credit cards and stuff like that. I was really worried that I was gonna have the most debt because I have a lot of embarrassment about my debt.
Oh, she's wearing a Jane's Addiction t-shirt. Listen, I like that. That's cool.
I have more student loans and like medical debt. I have like a decent amount.
Ooh, that medical debt. That's the twister here, because that medical debt could be 500 grand for like, oh, you needed us to take your temperature? There you go. Here's the bill, and it's like $20,000. It's so bad.
I don't have that much personal debt. I was born with a cleft lip, cleft palate. So I've had like 7 surgeries. The 2 more recent ones were like a double jaw surgery and a rhinoplasty, and the insurance didn't cover it that time. So
it came out of
How do you pay for that? Seriously, like that's a legitimate question. If that's going to be $150,000, you're basically taking on a mortgage. How could a person pay that back? It's so expensive. That's why I think a lot of people have gone to other countries, and then they get a similar quality done for a tenth of the cost. It's the U.S. healthcare system is horrible.
it sucks that we have so much medical debt, especially since I can't really help the way I was born. It was hard talking about it a little bit, but it kind of felt like therapeutic in a way.
Yeah, she's very brave to talk about that. But I think that's, in terms of the debt, it's going to put her probably more than others, unfortunately.
Everything is a necessity. I never had any unwanted purchases.
Okay, but wants and necessities are different.
Do you have a car that's paid off?
I have a car that's paid off.
Okay.
Do you own a house?
No, I don't own a house.
How many homes do you own?
Personally, I own one.
Okay.
I own land.
See, I love how it says personally. How much do I personally own? Oh, yeah. I own one, but my business, 100.
If you were already in a lot of debt, why did you buy a house?
Like I was gonna put that money in rent.
Okay, so it was an investment. Like you're not living in that house that you own?
I bought that house cash.
Right. Oh, so
Yeah.
you don't, wait, what?
I specifically bought the house in cash, pulled out loans so I can invest in other property so that way I can like actually make more money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's usually better to buy the house with a loan from the get-go, because doing a cash out refinance usually means you're paying a slightly higher interest rate. It's not the end of the world, though.
Like I found myself in a lot of debt because I was not taking care of my mental health. So like I was really relying on like retail therapy. It made my mental health even worse.
You know, you hear that, you think, oh, they have like a terrible spending habit or something. I was just like buying food for myself and trying to pay for my rent and stuff. It was just like trying to live a normal life. I'm just like, damn, I want to move on, but I still have debt, so what can I do? And
It's hard to get out of relying on
It is.
Yeah, we need the Dave Ramsey intervention. All of them should just get the baby steps. Everybody, and just, hey, you're gonna pay this debt off. You're gonna start with the highest interest rate first and work your way down that. But you know, I would say that's why Dave Ramsey's advice is so good for so many people, because I would say for 90% of the population, what he says is gospel. What he says works. For the 10%, you could probably take on advanced approaches, but for most, Dave Ramsey is it.
My anxiety was just so bad that like I look at debt or anything money related as just like such a non-issue. I mean, I definitely though have like a thing where like my girlfriend's always upset. She's like, oh, you're always working. Because of my anxiety, I can't really work a normal job.
I get that.
Me too, actually. Like I work as much overtime as I can. I just keep like having like anxiety, like thinking I can't pay it off. I don't know what to do at half the time.
Now, can medical debt be discharged in a bankruptcy? I'm just saying. People do it all the time. Can she just say, what are you going to do? If her debt is so insurmountable that, like, you know, she's not going to ever reasonably pay it off, isn't it better just to say, all right, well, screw my credit for 7 years, let it go, and then she could build it back? I mean, I hate to say that, but, you know, sometimes you have to look and evaluate that pro and con and do that.
I feel like you're in a lot of debt just because medical expenses are really expensive.
Actually, I'm mainly student.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's throwing me off.
But then also like house stuff is really expensive as well. So I feel like you too.
I definitely think, yeah. Okay,
I would agree with that. I want to say she's probably in more debt because just medical debt can be so crazy. So I'm going to say she probably takes it.
Where do you guys shop for groceries?
Stater Bros.
That's expensive.
Stater Bros?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's is more
not
expensive
bad.
than Stater Bros.
No. I didn't say Whole Foods, guys.
Bonds or Ralph's?
Bronzer Rouse. I shop at Walmart for my clothes.
I feel like you should be at the end.
I think you should be
And
at the end.
then
I agree.
you seem like pretty well off, to be honest. Like, well, not too not too
It's a compliment. It's a
I'm
compliment.
okay with that, guys. Do we agree that he would be the most then? Because he did go to nursing school.
I don't know. This whole debt thing is bad for me because I'm looking at this thinking like, you know, it's one thing to have medical debt. It's another thing to have mortgaged your house to make other investments that are going to make you more money. I think this is more of an equation of net worth than debt, because his debt, Dominic's debt, is not bad at all. Like if anything, I'd look at that and just encourage him, be like, yeah, man, good job, you're fighting inflation. Versus her medical debt is a lot more crippling. So it should be a net worth thing.
$23,065 in debt.
We got that right. I was expecting the person at the bottom to be like 2K.
We're here for a reason, guys.
They asked for debt. I mean.
In fourth, we have Lola.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
With $24,622
Oh, we're
in
pretty
debt.
close.
In third, we have Della with $37,000.
Wow.
Correct? Hold on.
Oh, she's 37,000. That's not why did I think hers was like 300 grand? 37. I mean, that's way more manageable than I expected.
Second, we have Eric with $42,000 in debt.
Damn.
Yeah.
In first, we have Dominic with $2 million in debt.
Oh.
Well, you know what? They pretty much all got it right. I mean, Dominic was like, of course, it makes sense for him to take on this extra debt. Imagine if I were in there for something $1 million. I think it's 4.1 million. But you know what? But it's all on real estate. So all the debt, it's like the biggest loans, $2.4 million, $2.5 million of that is at a 2.875% interest rate. So with inflation being 8%, I've made 6% basically, just keeping those loans, not paying them off. It's just crazy to make money, to borrow money. That's nuts. Should not be like that. But thanks, Jerome Powell.
I just got chills alive by a time.
Bro, I thought like
you okay?
2 minutes.
Better than okay. He's making a crap ton of money with that. Congratulations. He's the one that doesn't need the Dave Ramsey's. Everyone else, Dave Ramsey's, he's the one who could do this.
I know they felt better about their debt after hearing mine, but there's definitely different types of debt. I pulled a loan out on my house. That's the kind of good debt that I'm not worried about. Medical debt you can run away from a lot easier. Definitely have student loan debt. You know, you can kind of consider as like a bad type of debt because it's something that's not gonna make you any money by itself. Credit card debt, I would say, is like one of the worst debt to have. The interest is just so high that it can really catch up and destroy you.
Dominic, he's taking my job away. What is he doing? He's giving him sound financial advice. Listen, I'm gonna be without a channel pretty soon because Dominic's gonna just tell everyone what to do instead of me. He's doing a great job, man.
I don't think debt really surprises me anymore. Like knowing that a lot of millionaires and billionaires use debt to their advantage, and yet still lower class people are made to feel like it's a bad thing.
It is, because they're two entirely different things. You know, good debt makes you money. Bad debt costs you money. I mean, the line is very clear between them. If the debt is not making you more money, get rid of it, it's bad. Unless it's an interest rate below like 3.5%, 4%, in which case keep it, because your money is better spent probably investing or doing anything else. And unfortunately, unless you have the discretionary income to go and invest and take these risks, for the most part, it's probably better to be debt-free, unless you're making a lot of money, or unless you have the capital to go and invest.
Be smart. Like, know if you can pay it off. But if you have a vision and if you have a plan to succeed, taking that is okay.
Get credit cards. No, I'm kidding. Do not do that.
Don't get a credit card. Like, just don't.
Oh, see, it's like that. Now they're giving the bad advice. Go and get a credit card, guys. Just don't be bad. Just don't be bad with it. You know what? That should be a thing on a credit card. Just don't be bad. Do you need it? I would love a credit card like that. Like, do you need to spend money on this? It's written on the card, so every time you see it, you pull it out. Do you need this? Do you have to buy it? If so, put me back. Put me back, don't spend the money. Pay it off in full, build your credit score, do that consistently. That's what I would do. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. Feel free to add me on Instagram, by the way. It's free to do. And by the way, real talk, I got a newsletter that I recently started up and it goes out every Sunday. It basically takes all my videos and then just condenses them down into a written form with a lot of other information that sometimes it's too nuanced to mention in a video when I'm trying to go for like retention. So if you want to see all that information, it's totally free. It's down below in the description. All you got to do is just sign up. It takes you like 5 seconds. That's it. And you get a great email every week that I spend probably 30 hours of research on for this one email. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.